Well, look, this is always a special day, especially with who I'm about to, as you all know, is our nominee for the 2024 Walter Payton Man of the Year, and couldn't think of anybody more deserving. I mean, look, undrafted, cut, has to earn his way. He's been a lifetime Colt, made it to where he's going to be a lifetime Colt. And then everything, we know what he does on the field, but it's the off the field. That's the special. And it's like, I'm gonna list some things here that he does, but there's so much more. Like, I always appreciate guys that do things that people don't always know about. But he's got his Love One Foundation. I don't know if any of you have ever been through a hurricane. I've been through a few of them. But his hometown of Valdosta, Georgia was devastated. And Kenny was there right away, and through partnership with another restaurant in town, is it Harden? Was it Nick? Mm-hmm. Nick Harden, who he partnered with, and they fed over 1,300 families and first responders that first week after a hurricane. Now, you got to be on it, and because people need help and they need supplies, and you don't have electricity. There's just so much going on, and for them to do that during that time is really special. The camps he puts on, the community Tuesdays, the giving to high schools within our city. I mean, I can go on and on about what Kenny has done. The one that always gets me that is Mason and the Garvey family, and that was of his own doing. It's easy to write a check. It's easy to put your name next to something. It's hard to show up. That's hard, you know. And he showed up every day for this young man and for this family. And to me, that's who he is, man. That's who he is. So, with a lot of pride, joy, and love and care that I have for this young man and what he's doing, and couldn't be more proud for him to be our nominee.
First off, I just want to say thank you so much to the organization, the Ursay family. This organization has taken a lot of pride in giving back to the community, making a name, making a stance, and really having beliefs in a standard. And you know, having a locker room that want to give. There's a lot of other guys that are honorable of this award, and I'm just so inspired to do more. In 21, after getting the award the first time, after leaving, I was just so inspired to do more. With that year of having that award and that honor, you know, I formed a team around me. I formed a foundation, the Love One Foundation, that has been very incredible over the years, and I'm glad that we were able to shape a lot of things throughout the community to give back, give needs and essentials to individuals and groups throughout time. So thank you so much.
All right, we'll take questions.
Kenny, you would have done something in another city, but what does it mean that it's going to be in Indianapolis the whole time?
So, you know, throughout college, I was giving back, and I think as every athlete, you always try to figure out, you know, what kind of professional you want to be, if that was to be your story. And that was always a plan of, you know, whatever team I go to, I want to make a strong point in the community of giving back. And I'm really living my dream each day, as far as, you know, being a football player, being a guy that's able to, you know, work between these walls and work with the people here. But honestly, outside these walls, I can do even more. You know, I can be myself. I can shake a lot of hands, get to know a lot of people, and like the families that I know here in town, it's become home. So you say, what does it feel like? It just feels like home. It means more to me to give back to Indianapolis. I just had my first football camp here at the facility a couple days ago, and people were asking me, you know, what's the difference between, you know, the football camps that you do back at home and here in Indianapolis. And it's a different love here because you see a lot of people who have grown up as Colts fans and people who have a lot of love for the Colts, and I heard a lot of things from the people here who just saying thank you for all that you're doing for their city. I can imagine how it is for an athlete or someone outside the city giving back to schools that you've gone to or people that around town. Like Juju Brents, he's always incredibly, he and his family are always thankful of myself and everything that I've done for a city that they're growing up in. So it's always a true pleasure to do that.
Kenny, it's really rare whenever an undrafted player gets to spend like a whole career with one team and build a legacy like this. So when you look back at that journey, I guess what impresses you, surprises you, what are you most proud of?
Probably my resilience. It's not easy at all to do your best to play at a high standard each year, and just being resilient from the good and bad. Not really riding the wave of things going great in your career or doing the same when things doesn't go your way. So honestly, just staying level-headed, staying the person that I've always wanted to be, and I'm so blessed to keep doing what I'm doing.
Kenny, why is it so important for you to use time as a currency? Like obviously Chris was saying you could use money, but I see you everywhere on your off days, so why is that such a big thing for you?
Just a care for it. It's a passion. It's I was always like, growing up, middle school, high school, I was always school spirited. So whatever I was a part of in school, I was putting my full effort in it and getting to know everybody and having fun doing it. So talk about being here as a Colt. I just wanted to be very spirited, very high energy, and having that want to do more and more. It's not really a big task or a big job for me to go and do something that takes a lot of effort or time. It's something that I've always wanted to do.
We see how like you have an impact on the people who you touch within the community, but like how have those people and the people you've interacted with and helped out, how have they impacted you?
Honestly, just staying sane. I mean, we eat, sleep, drink, wake up, and do football each day. And honestly, you can be a robot if you want to, but they keep me sane. They keep me humble. They keep me. It's always a reminder of doing community work and seeing the smiles on other people's faces. You guys have done mission work, whatever it is that you guys. It's like anybody. We are so consumed in our craft or our jobs that it just takes a little smile or how you doing or let me help you out with that or just to make your day. So and you can forget about that. Those things can really become a norm. You can become very numb to doing your everyday daily. So just having those weekly reminders, or if I'm not doing something every week, I'm doing something bi-weekly or once a month, whatever it is. But those reminders are always great to know, like what I do really matters and who I am matters.
Kenny, we've seen your mom a lot over the years. Know how she raised you, and even your dad, who you reconnected with, before he passed. How much of who you have become is a product of kind of what she taught you, et cetera?
It's been a village. My mother has taught me a lot. My grandmother has instilled the ethics and the codes and everything that shapes me as a person. My mom instilled hard work. But it's taken a village, from everybody that I've met along the way, from teachers to coaches to people that I met at church. In Proverbs, it says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. And that was one of the quotes that I loved as a kid. And it's sort of like I made a promise to myself to, never sway that path of, outsiders or external factors, but, always wanting to remain the same person. So everything that I've learned, good or bad, has shaped me to be who I am and where I want to go in life. And, I've been through a lot. My family has been through a lot, and I'm glad and blessed that we can still be together and doing this journey together.
Kenny, by nature of this award,
Last
it's
question.
nothing that anyone ever expects to win. We certainly don't expect to win it twice. Confirm with community, you're the first two-time Colt to be the nominee for Walter Payton of the Year.
Wow.
How does it hit different the second time?
Having this award the second time is, I would say it's still an inspiration, but it kind of, you just want to do more and more. Like, I was talking about this the other day, you kind of like, you're addicted to doing good in the community, you're addicted to, you know, just being a person of, you know, good things. I think, you know, whenever I look over my career, and the reaction that I've gotten from people outside of the building, it's more so like, you're not just a football player. And I think that's been my task, and that's all I ever wanted was to do more, to be more. I have a lot of interest in everything outside of football, so I'm glad that this can be one of the things that have shaped me, and you know, it becomes legacy at this point. To be the first time anything, or you know, you just want to leave the locker room better than what you found it. And I know there's a lot of guys who want to do the same thing. Like I said, there's a lot of guys in the locker room that do things over the holidays. They, you know, they bring their family in, and the family help them. Juju Brents just had his first foundation gala last night, being able to support that. So all these guys are very qualified for this award. So to be able to do it twice has been nothing short of a blessing, and it's indescribable, I think.